Look out! I see a trap nearby. Careful now. That's a trap.
You come to find, you come to search, but you won't find the way. A pity. Brachus has willed it. Trompdoy must abide. You have met the unfortunate guardian of this vault. Judge him with a forgiving heart. Fate has been unkind to him. Do you wish to move forward? Listen closely and make your attempt. Brachus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is... either you're very good at guessing, or the slightest bit clever. Let's find out for certain. Listen closely, and make your attempt. Source is a scourge, a devil, a misery, a blight, a hex, a curse. And yet, the cure is... Perhaps you're not totally incapable after all. Or maybe Trompdoy told you the answers. Is that it? Is he hoping you'll... It doesn't matter in any case. The path is open. Go freely.
Open your eyes. Time to die.
I sense something nearby.
As you pick up the ring, you don't hear...
That's plenty.
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
You made it all this way.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die. Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism. As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
Marcus, where are we?
No leaves, no trees, no soil. This is horrific!
You walk towards the figure on the dais, but wisps of mist start to cloud your vision. With each step, the mist gets thicker, hiding the figure from sight. You see a shape through the fog. Reaching out, you touch the figure. It turns, and you see your mother. She smiles warmly, laying her hand on yours. "My child," she whispers, "my child." She squeezes your hand gently, the soft skin of her fingers gently resting on your bone. "Hush now, child," she whispers. "None of that matters now." Your skull is filled with a sense of home, the sounds of a babbling brook, the feeling of a youth spent playing in the fields. You shake your head, your mind stumbling. Your childhood was nothing like that. Hush, child, your mother whispers, her soft hand squeezing yours. It's okay. You're home now. Home with me. No, I suppose she didn't, the woman sighs, stepping towards you. She begins to melt away before your eyes, disappearing with each step like smoke on the breeze until there's nothing left. You're left standing on the cold, glowing cobbles. As the mist clears, you see a new figure before you, a figure you know well from temples. Before you stands the goddess Amadia.
Ever the gentle creature, but it is I who should be honored to meet you. Please forgive my little deception, but I feared you might not be quite what you seemed. These are dangerous times. The void creeps ever closer, my child. Even here, even in the Hall of Echoes, I cannot be sure I am safe. It does. There is an intelligence guiding that darkness. We seven stood united against it once. We were always able to push it back. But alas, now...
She turns and gestures to the scene behind her. Down below, you can see the 6 other gods fighting, clawing at each other, everyone desperately trying to get the upper hand.
No, my child. It is perhaps worse. They have been corrupted by their own vanity, by the pettiness of the mortals they crafted. For the void has spread everywhere. From empires to hamlets, from kings to peasants, it corrupts all things. I had hoped they would be spared from its ravages, but alas, the other 6... I fear it is too late for them, for us. But you, my child, you are as removed from the other races as I. You are pure. You can be my champion. I stood up for what was right, and I would ask no more of you. I will guide you. But first you must return to the world and escape these swamps. Although you will not return unchanged. As your first step towards righting the wrongs of this world, I grant you my blessing.
Amadia stretches out her hand, and you feel a warm glow spread through your bones. You feel not whole, but closer to it, as if a new corner of your spirit has been unlocked.
You may have noticed I have tried to help you on your journey. That I can bless the very water beneath your feet. Now you have that power for yourself. And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them. And seek them you must. But before you begin, a word of warning. I gather that you travel with a pack of others. It is only natural. Undeath can feel rather lonesome. But you must be wary. Some of these creatures are more dangerous than they seem. They are God-woken, the chosen champions of the other 6 gods. They will walk the same path as you, but they cannot be allowed to reach its end. You must be the one. Only one can wield the power to stop the void. Only you.
She lays her hand on your skull, and you see it clearly. The others, the gods, Amadia, and you. You are her chosen. You are her godwoken.
So go forth into the world with my blessing, dear one. Heed my words and go.
Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer. Interesting. You thought it was interesting, Quercus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom, seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost, hearing the screams of... I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm. Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it. It's already helping more than it knows, Quercus. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon. We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn, and that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in. Quercus! Quercus! It thinks it can use magic at our level. I don't know if that's adorable or just sad. No! I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quercus. Very well, I cannot give it magic, but I can teach it how to forge one spell, if it will keep you happy. One!
The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way.
There, maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, yes, you're welcome, but can we please get on and save the world now?
Up on the ledge before you, a lone lizard woman overlooks the marshes. Her stare is as sharp as the bolt eyeing you from atop her crossbow.
Stand back, kinswoman, and keep your hands off your weapons. Convince me you're no magister, or draw one last deep breath.
Look about you, sister. Do you feel an all-powerful sun, or see the desert on all horizons? We are far from house and law. So don't you stand there and play coy with me. Not when the worms are licking their lips beneath your very feet.
You look each other in the eyes like two predators crossing paths. Just when you worry she may actually fire, she lowers her weapon.
You don't disappoint, kinswoman. I can read the passion in your gaze, the fire that is source and source alone. You are fierce. You are a terrible fury. You will be welcome here.
With one graceful motion, the lizard throws down a tangled mess of vines for you to climb.
Come, ascend to the sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here, but the Great Mother provides for all.
nice spot to pass the time. Waiting for the end.
Keep your chin up, kid.
Chin officially up, Sir Gareth.
Keep your chin up, kid.
Chin officially up, Sir Gareth.
You've done well so far. Keep it up. It's my honor.
The young man fidgets with his armor and half-sword excitement.
Was it you who saved Sir Gareth? From the Magisters? Seven praise you, stranger. You don't know what it was like for us here. We all thought we were going to die. Now with Sir Gareth back to lead us, and if I know...
Gareth's back. He's here to take us home. I pray you will bless their arm.
Hold up. I've got to take care of some business. Friend, how does life find you?
Well, I'll be. If it ain't the beast of the sea. Stories of your beard alone fly across Riverland like flocks of crows. Fair a bit more inland than you'd prefer, yeah?
Ain't I know it, ain't I know it.
Beast claps him on the back and chuckles heartily. If they hadn't met just a moment ago, you might think the dwarves lifelong friends.
I don't want to intrude, seeing as how you got your own trials and travails, but I don't suppose you've been to Reaper's Coast of late. Maybe heard of a fella named, what was it? Lohar?
Lohar? Yeah, I know of the guy. From back when I was looking for fishing work out in Driftwood. He's, how shall I say, an entrepreneur. Still out there a bit. Had his stubby fingers and a lot of pies, if you get my meaning.
Sounds like a man I'd buy 2 flagons of mead for. One for drinking and one for toasting. I got something for him. I'll tell him you sent your regards, Mr.
It's Duggan it is. Oh, and this here's Leia. You gotta be sick of that collar. Leia, you can get it fixed up, yeah?
Sure thing.
Bet you're glad to be rid of it. Amazing to meet the beast in flesh. Let's see if we can get you back to sea. Fighting the good fight, yeah? Your lungs have got to be starved for the salt air.
Beast chortles and nods, then passes you a sly wink. Such a charm bucket.
I pray you see them safe. I pray...
Before you stands a figure wrapped in cloth. As she turns from her prayers, you can see nothing of her eyes except 2 deep, dark holes in an ornate mask.
Amadia's blessings, child. So you are the one who returned Gareth to his flock. You have my thanks for giving them hope, but I fear for their future. They cannot escape these swamps. They do not have the strength. Amadia has not gifted me the grace to heal, nor the strength to fight. There is nothing more I can do.
Hold it together, lad. You're doing great.
Very well. If you I told the Seeker that the soul-forged weapons of Brachus Rex remain hidden in a vault, but the Magisters recovered them before he could. Gareth failed to reach the armory in time, but there is another vault hidden beyond the Magister's guile. If you can steal away these weapons, your friends may well stand a chance. But beware, such items are of limited power. If they cease to function, speak to me. I will be able to help. What? You have uncovered Brachus's hoard. Tell me, did you find anything else? The vault contains relics, soul jars. Did you see them? Do you have them? They are relics of great power. Please, you must give them to me. If I can make an offering of them to Amadia, it could aid your cause.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Amadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face. I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Amadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex, but more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen. You don't understand. No one understands. My heart held such fear, but with Brachus I was safe. He needed me, and I needed him. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous. I tried not to see it. I told myself it was fine, that the stronger he became, the stronger I was. What stupid lies! I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came, until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless. Amadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Amadia, I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil, but Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me. Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, sister.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't... I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Amadia's grace.
He's here. Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
I told you, lass.